Well, hello and welcome back, my body language buddies. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy, and welcome to episode number 109 of the Jesus Enrique Rosas Show. We are live on YouTube, Rumble, and on X right now. And if you want to support my channel, my videos, and all the stuff that I speak about and I talk about here, make sure to like and subscribe. What's the name of that lovely calming tune? Doesn't really have a name, but you can find the complete version of my intro song in my body language guy channel. You just go for the Jesus Enrique Rosa Show full intro and you will have the full song there, right there. So we are ready to begin. We're gonna talking about yesterday's live stream. You know that I did not take the weekend off. I went live with episodes 107 and 108, and yesterday was a heavy one, but a very, very good reception. My complete analysis of what happened in that fatal ICE shooting. And yeah, complex. My conclusions have not changed 24 hours later, more or less, give or take. It's basically we don't have any more clips, we don't have any more information, and so basically it's what you saw in that live stream. Meanwhile, there are other, let's say, opinions. I got this comment. I'm gonna highlight this comment I got on X. I think those ICE agents should not have initiated confrontation by approaching civilians and pushing them to the floor. That was the first of many mistakes, and I want to correct. Mention that I mentioned this as well on my video analysis. You have this exactly backwards. The ICE officer is next to the SUV. The other were the two women heckling him in the first place before Alex Pretty was involved. Who was approaching whom? Okay, who is approaching whom? He is next to his SUV, and these two women were whistling and shouted at him. Who instigated this? And you remember that the woman in orange backpack, once she got like to one side, she came back again. She came back again to keep whistling and yelling and stuff. So again, so many people got this wrong. Not saying that it is not a tragedy. It was a tragedy, both what happened here and Renee Gutt, but it could have been prevented in many ways. This clip that popped up right as I was ending yesterday's live stream, I think I have to mention this. Alex Pretty evidenced his gun may have been defective. There are some recollections may vary about the gun, but this is a Sig Sauer, very similar. I don't know if this is the exact same model. I am not a gun specialist, but this guy had made a video last year. There was this big issue with these guns because basically that they are defective. Let's watch a part of this.
Put some input into the slide somewhere. Will it go off again? Will it release? Let's see.
So without touching the trigger, he did not touch the trigger. He just squeezed the I don't know how to say that, the el cañón. I don't know how to say that in English. He squeezed the gun a bit and it went off just like that.
That's 3 in a row. Let me take the screw out.
It's gonna do that again.
Number 4. Let's try it again. Let me show you. Fully functioning striker safety. All right. Should we do it with the magazine again? Let's put the magazine back in, and then we'll try the last one with the magazine out. Handy dandy trigger input tool. We are going to try to, dang, sorry about that. I'm trying to get over a sinus thing and a cough. We're going to try to simulate.
He's going for it. Very funny.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Again, we are roughly, as we saw on the tabletop, I'm guessing we're roughly a millimeter to less than a millimeter of engagement on that trigger. And let's see if we can get it to go off again.
It's just squeezing the barrel. Just squeezing the barrel and it goes off. I mean, there's so much f up of things here. You know, also the people are finding out. I did not have time. I was thinking yesterday I should find out where was that tragic event, and people were finding out. Oh, so want to hear something funny? Says Governor Dale. Today's ICE shooting took place at 2614 Nicollet in Minneapolis. Ironically, there's a list of all the businesses listed at this one address. And Data Republican found out that 184 NPIs, NPIs stands for National Provider Identifier, is as a unique 10-digit number, which is for healthcare providers in the United States. So there were 184 healthcare providers listed at a single address. It was precisely the address at which the shooting occurred. I mean, what are the odds that that ICE were looking for this illegal? That was there's a protest around that. We're gonna find out about how organized these people are, because people are saying, oh, they just regular citizens exerting their right to do peaceful assembling, but no, this is organized. This is a communist insurrection. You're gonna find out what is all about. Not going to name names, but we got all the screenshots of the messages. Tim Pool, deaths from ICE versus death from illegal immigrants per year. Okay, that is quite a difference. I'm not gonna say every death is tragic, but it's obvious. It is obvious that illegal migration is a big problem in the United States right now, and it has to be done something about it. And we have Tim Walz, still the governor of Minnesota, saying that many of us grew reading that story of Anne Frank. Somebody's going to write that children's story about Minnesota. Somehow, what is happening in Minnesota with ICE? ICE is the Gestapo. They say that ICE is like the Gestapo. It's crazy that they were not saying that under Obama, for example. They did not say about ICE under Obama.
Many of us grew up reading that story of Anne Frank. Somebody's going to write that children's story about Minnesota.
Yeah, he actually said that. I had to double confirm. With so much AI and nowadays, you have to double confirm things. There's so many people like Oren Chowdhury, Minneapolis Ward 12. The city is aware of reports of another shooting involving federal law enforcement in the area of 26th Street W and Nicollet Avenue. We're working to confirm additional details, and there's an Oren Chowdhury in those leaked signal texts that we're about to talk about. We're going to address that. Trump kind of addressed this, sending Tom Homan to Minnesota. It's like he is sending the Hulk. I'm sending Tom Homan to Minnesota tonight. He has not been involved in that area, but knows and likes many of the people there. Tom is tough but fair and will report directly to me. Separately, a major investigation is going on with respect to the massive $20 billion plus welfare fraud that has taken place in Minnesota and is at least partially responsible for the violent organized protests going on in the streets. Additionally, the Department of Justice and Congress are looking at Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, who left Somalia with nothing and is now reportedly worth more than $44 million. Time will tell all. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. And people are asking the obvious question: how much longer is Pam Bondi gonna take to do the thing, do all the things? She sent a very strong letter, her words, not mine, to Tim Walz last week. So I guess that is gonna do something. She actually said that, a strongly worded letter. I'm gonna look for it. Those were the words. Strongly worded letters or something like that. Okay, there is a clip in here. gonna download it to build the show interactively, because I remember that she had said that, and I absolutely need to show you that she sent Tim Walz. Here we go.
Rape, homicide, manslaughter. That's who they're trying to protect in Minnesota. I do not understand these people. We sent Governor Walz a very strong letter today.
A very strong letter. A very strong letter. Oh my God.
Today. We had been working on this letter. We got it out saying that he better support President Trump. He better support the men and women in law enforcement, because if he doesn't, we are. And that's what we're doing right now.
Were there any consequences in this letter?
Well, we'll see. This is fluid.
We'll see. We'll see if there are any consequences. Again, I want to think that Trump is knowing what he's doing. I mean, trust the man, trust the guy. The guy has delivered so far, has delivered in every promise that he ran with in his election, his campaign. But the Bondi thing, I don't know if this is some kind of a strategy that we are not seeing, but it's taking some time. It's taking some time to materialize. Yeah, people are getting impatient, but again, I don't know what to tell you.
How Governor Walz responds. Let's see what he does based on this, based on what's happening right now. But this administration is going to support the citizens. We're going to support our great men and women in law enforcement.
All right, so let's wait for what happens with that strong worded letter. Once you understand this is the Democrats and their media allies riling up mobs of radical leftists in order to reject federal law, you will see the proper context. This is a communist insurgency activated to protect the illegal voting base and money laundering of Minnesota, says Jack Posobiec. And yes, Caroline Leavitt also reported that Tom Homan was going to Minnesota. George Floyd redux. Thousands of anti-ICE rioters set up autonomous zone after Minneapolis police retreat. The Democrat Party playbook is in full swing as anti-ICE rioters have reportedly established an autonomous zone in which authorities cannot get in. That is, yeah. Again, this is not going well. People are asking the question: why doesn't Trump go full insurrection act with these people? And we're gonna see videos that are quite sensitive. That I forgot to treat these videos properly. I'm going to treat them right now as I'm speaking with you, treat it in the sense that I don't want anything sensitive going away, because some of these clips can be quite triggering. Just want to make sure that, okay, this right here, if I click, is that because what is happening? What is happening is that ICE is basically alone. Don't have any sort of cooperation from law enforcement, and this is basically, I don't know what people are expecting from this. If people are expecting from this, I just want to make sure that there's no blood in any of these clips. Had to prepare this really quick. All right, we're done here. We're fine. So we can continue. We're gonna see clips that have blood on them. I don't want to anything. So, but there are worse clips like this Obama clip. Thanks Mace Moore for recovering this from the vault. Obama from 2013. Let's see what Obama has to say. He is asked why his administration is deporting so many people and separating families. Obama: I am the president, not the emperor. I have to enforce the law even if it's tragic and heartbreaking. Why is Obama not saying that right now? This is Obama back in 2013.
You know, I'm the president of the United States. I'm not the emperor of the United States. My job is to execute laws that are passed. And Congress right now has not changed what I consider to be a broken immigration system. Mm-hmm. And what that means is that we have certain obligations to enforce the laws that are in place, even if we think that in many cases the results may be tragic. There are going to be some stories that break our hearts. And more importantly, we're going to continue to have an economy that is stifled by a really inefficient system where not only are we deporting folks, but we also have a legal immigration system that is so bottlenecked that it forces sometimes people into the illegal system.
So, yeah, he was saying the quiet part out loud. What happened to that Obama? I want to know what happened to that Obama. And we do know what some TikTokers are saying right now, because they're upset with ICE and they are threatening that they are at war, like this dude. I haven't watched this video. I'm going to watch it right here, right now with you.
See, I've been fully activated. I'm going to head back east. We need to go to D.C. Shit needs to get done. Here's the thing that I need for protesters and everyone to start realizing, okay? We're at war. The protests are over. There's no more protesting. This is combat now. So when I come onto the field...
Okay, this guy is obviously bluffing, because you don't talk, you don't threat, you don't say that you're going to do something, and you assume that posture as in you're talking about the baseball game or the football game from the last Sunday. You don't speak like this with your arm on top of your head like, oh yeah, I'm going to be protected. No, this is bluffing, but again, this should be investigated. These people shouldn't just be able to say things. Yeah,
I'm not screaming
100% LARPing
that are going to assault me or pepper spray me. Like, no, this is combat. I'm going to engage them in combat because...
What kind of combat? What kind of combat?
We have shit that needs to be done.
And you're gonna cry.
This is how we get shit done.
You're about to cry.
We're not protesting anymore. We're fighting. You understand? Like, I need for you to stop with the signs.
Did your wife's boyfriend allow you to make this video?
And I need for you to get shields and swords of the pew-pew kind. Like, I need for you to wake the fuck up. We're at war. It's wartime. It's time to go to war. You know how your military father or your military friends were always telling you freedom isn't free? Like, you're about to...
Oh, sorry. Sorry. My apologies.
It's time to go to war.
My finger slipped.
You know how your military father or your military friends were always telling you freedom isn't free? Like, you're about to find out. Like, you're about to get it. So figure it fucking out. Stop protesting. It's fight time. Okay?
Oh, he's about to cry. How cute. How cute. Let's give him something to cry about. Breaking news coverage. Major break in anti-ICE protesters seen smashing the sign of the Home 2 Hotel in downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota, where ICE is believed to be staying. I mean, this is the kind of things that we hadn't seen since in a while, and this is happening. This is actually happening. Why are they doing this? Well, because, of course, the authorities of Minneapolis allow them to do so. This is what they are. This is what they stand for. And that's why I say that this is a communist insurrection, because this is from the playbook, as Jack Posobiec said. Governor Tim Walz, if it was the intention of Donald Trump to make an example of Minnesota, then I'm damn proud of the example that the world is seeing. So I think that is a good answer to whatever very strong worded letter Pam Bondi sent him. I think that the guy is not going to react unless something, solid is done to these people, because they are the ones who are actually responsible of all this, and they are the ones responsible for the deaths of Renee Good and Alex Brady.
If it was the intention of Donald Trump to make an example of Minnesota, then I'm damn proud of the example that the world's seeing. We believe in law and order in this state. We believe in peace. And we believe that Donald Trump needs to pull these 3,000 untrained agents out of Minnesota before they kill another person. And we're up here telling another story of a Minnesotan just trying to live their life without the interference.
I'm going to tell you, by the way, I'm going to mention something that happened a lot yesterday when I was doing the research for that shooting and the arguments that popped up. I saw people telling me, why do you support this? Why do you keep saying that this was the right thing to do? I'm going to try to look for one reply that I got. that I tried to tell them, as in, write this, okay? So this one, I'm going to show you. For example, I'm going to show you this one. Jake Hurricane. I do my best to stay out of politics on this app because nothing good ever comes from it. But after what happened today, I felt like I needed to share how I'm feeling, especially as someone who's conservative. After seeing several angles of what happened earlier today, this are my final thoughts. It was completely unacceptable. A man who had every legal right to carry and every legal right to protest was disarmed, held down, and then still shot multiple times. Notice where this dude starts his argument. At the point in which he was, held down, disarmed, held down, and then still shot. But what happened before that? What happened before that? And just ask the question. It's impressive how so many people could write a wall of text about the ICE shooting and not address, not once, do not interfere with law enforcement. Because I guess it would destroy their entire point. Because he conveniently, very conveniently leaves that part out. He doesn't mention it. And he has, the audacity, not gonna lie, this is impressive. I think that is, he has a lot of conviction. Imagine watching that video and believing this guy should have lost his life. Wake the hell up. I did not say, okay? At no point I said that it was okay that he should have lost his life. I was not endorsing that. I'm not happy about that. I just said that is not a good idea to interfere with law enforcement. And again, he doesn't address what I just said. So I told him, so it's okay to put your life in danger, I guess. Good luck. And he said, I said that once a man is disarmed on the ground and no longer a threat, shooting him multiple times is unjustifiable. Again, that is not politics, that's basic use of force logic. Again, he pretends, remember that was like 2 seconds to understand the reaction window that these officers had. And once again, a third time, he does not address the very simple statement that you should not interfere with law enforcement. And this dude calls himself a conservative. I mean, if these are, I'm telling you, if these are conservatives, who needs liberals? Well, this is how conservatives argue. Again, in this case, I said, okay, you might have included in your argument the fact what I just said. He replies, not addressing this. I said, so it's okay to mess with law enforcement? And he again, a third time, ignores it. It is impossible to argue with these people. I try to do it politely every now and then when I see that there's an argument being made that is, let's say, is not telling the whole story. It's making it seem like he was just grabbed from this guy was grabbed from his car, put on the street, and just executed. He's painted it that way. Somebody who is not aware of all the details would think that it is what happened. And that is misleading. And that is not true. Reality is much more nuanced, yes, but what is fair is to address everything that happened. I think this is just posturing. I'm going to posture as somebody who cares about this. I would like to know, in terms of what is happening, it's like this footage we're seeing. This is absolutely horrifying footage, horrifying. That poor man just fending off from a mob alone in a doorway with a gun. This is hunting. We see an ICE officer who is, I don't know if this is an ICE officer, but he was guarding this entrance to this hotel. And he was bleeding. He was bleeding from his mouth, and he was bleeding from his torso. I think that his hands were bleeding, bloody as well. There were drops of blood on the floor. That's why I made sure to change this, to switch the saturation off.
Is everyone press?
We're over 90. We're all members of the press. We're all press here. Okay. This officer appears to be bleeding from the mouth. Oh my God. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Says he's all right.
Where's the local PD? That's my question for the press.
Okay, this officer.
Where is the local PD?
What's your message to the local PD, sir?
No.
Okay. Well, the mayor. Very chaotic.
Sir, while you're getting messages, what would your message to the protesters that want you out be?
An impromptu press conference with the
As long as you're getting
No
comments,
comment.
do you have any comments
Please
to the
get
people that want
back
you
up.
out?
Back up.
officer said,
Please give me some room.
Yeah, it was very hard to watch that. And yeah, as 9mm SMG, it ends with the Insurrection Act. We had another clip, and this is when we see the blood on the floor. This is from Lines, TPUSA.
You got it?
See that there's the blood. You can see that those dark spots are blood. Just to make sure that not be so triggering.
Any other form of law enforcement?
Looks like this officer's bleeding.
You know you shot some dude with a beanbag at point blank range with just banging a pan? Is that a crime now?
No, it's not the time.
That is
Honest
blood.
to God, no, it's not the time.
You're press.
You understand? Are you press? Are you press?
Is only press allowed to be on the street?
Are you press?
I'm documenting like
Then back up. Back up now. Back up. Please get back.
Yeah, what is going on? And let's talk about this. This is the meat and potatoes of this show, of today's show. We need to talk about the signal chats that are exposing everything, and this is more just a couple of guys against ICE showing up very conveniently at where ICE is popping up. It is interesting, right? How they know where ICE is going to be, because some people were asking the question: have you seen ICE in your city, in your state? And so many people are replying that no, we have not seen this. It has been very surgical operations. This in Minneapolis is very different from the rest of the United States. And thanks to Cam Higby, I need to highlight his account. Make sure you follow Cam Higby on X. News and commentary. He infiltrated this signal chats in Minneapolis, and this is impressive. All the organization, this is baffling what we are witnessing here. I have infiltrated organizational signal groups all around Minneapolis with the sole intention of tracking down federal agents and impeding, assaulting, and obstructing them. Buckle up, all will be revealed. Each area of the city has a signal or several signals. Let's start with a screen recording of all members of the South Side group to start. So, yeah, it was this screenshot of all those members. There's like a capping of 1,000 members per group. And every single of this group was assigned to an area of the city, and they had this assigned these tasks. As in, some had reconnaissance, some that were adding plates, suspicious plates to databases. This was extremely organized, and the question that everybody's asking is, who is paying for all this? Because these people are getting paid. in some way or another. Minneapolis Signal infiltrated have been undercover inside the groups for days. You will notice emojis next to people's names. Here's a key for what those emojis mean. The highlighted positions are the most crucial. Most are self-explanatory. Mobile patrols spend their entire shift searching for suspicious vehicles. When they find one, they send it to the group so that plate checkers can compare with the database and see if it's a known federal vehicle or if the patrol can make the confirmation so that the database can be updated. Dispatch runs a max-out call all day telling protesters where ICE has been spotted and how they can be best impeded. So yeah, so they had these icons to distinguish the tasks that every guy in the Signal chat are going to. I forgot to mention that Signal is an app. It's like message. It's like Telegram, WhatsApp, iMessage, Facebook Messenger, in which you can organize groups and you can sort people by groups. And yeah, it works both on your phone and your PC as well. Minneapolis Signal infiltrated. For each occupation or shift position, protesters have to undergo training. Again, this is way more complex than anybody had imagined. There's literal training in here. It's unclear what the training entails, but he also discovered the training PDF later on. Other than numerous slides of instruction, I've seen it mentioned repeatedly who is paying for all this. And each chat for a specific part of each city has smaller districts broken up within it called patrol zones, which guide ICE chasers on where they should be and position. Imagine the level of organization of this. Yeah, there has to be some kind of hierarchy to make sense of who is leading whom to where, who is organizing, who is creating this chat, who is creating these groups. And they have already, of course, disbanded from these chats because they have been completely exposed. This post has millions of views already, and most of these people were aware that they had been exposed, and they just ran away to create more other Signal chat groups. Although what I think is that they're gonna try to figure out another way to communicate. But again, there's so many people. Imagine if every group is capped at 1,000 members. It is so easy. It should be quote unquote easy to infiltrate. They're gonna say that what Cam Higby said, anyone can do this because for some reason it is obvious that he could do that. He deserves a Pulitzer Prize for this. Here's a screen recording of the plate database as well as a link to its instructions. All right. You see that there's like a Google Drive. No, this is archived under proton.me. Minneapolis, Minnesota ICE plates data documentation. There's an ongoing effort to establish easier ways to view and interact with the data set. Please refer to this document. So they share this document, and these are the instructions in case you see a suspicious vehicle and you log in the plate into the data set and compare if they have been spotted in other parts of the city, if they are a confirmed federal officer. Yeah, I'm sure that I don't think that this is peaceful protesting. I don't think this is peaceful protesting. I think this should be illegal as F. Here's a screenshot of the active dispatch call. It's always active, as well as a shift change. You can see folks are changing their emojis, clocking in and out. I will also attach below a video of dispatch actually tracking the vehicle I was in claiming that we were confirmed ICE. They constantly misidentify vehicles. Pay attention to the emojis tagged on plate checks. So you see there's a screenshot as well, and this is the video that Cam Higby shared.
White Chevy Silverado with the newly changed plates with the coexist sticker on the back. We're on Irving and Lake Street.
These are the people communicating with each other, and it's like this radio communicating with each other and saying, okay, we're describing this vehicle and describing the vehicle that Cam Higby is in at that moment. Yeah, it's like a criminal organization. I mean, can I don't know? Can they be a recode or? I think that is the term.
Going north on Irving. We seem to be the only commuters following. Just wanted to give an update on our location.
Thank you. Do you have anyone in the car with you?
Yes, I do.
Lovely. Thank you.
And we are getting a photo sent to the chat for confirmation.
Isn't this crazy?
This is John 612. That we are at Grand and Lake. We're heading toward Irving. We can try and join you.
Thank you, John 612.
Hey, this is Lokito. I'm getting some messages from the WhatsApp group that they're driving around on 28, 29th Pleasant and Pillsbury Avenue. If you want to swing by there first, I'm making my way down that way as well.
It's like those taxi services that they have all this organization of who is where, going where. And yes, it's like, this is a full-time jobs. We're talking about full-time jobs. And again, who is funding all this? Yeah, domestic terrorist operations. Literally, there's no way. There's no other way to go.
I am on Lake and Park.
I'll relay to the Spanish chat, or sorry, relay to the Uptown Whittier.
I'm tired.
Thanks, Aaron.
That Ford just gray Ford just last
On the car.
That's us.
It's empty. That's it.
Please go on mute. John 612, please go on mute.
It's gonna be a right, the next right.
Lokito, go ahead.
The next right of Chicago.
Yeah, that gray F-150 just drove past me on the opposite way towards Cedar. That was on Lake and Park.
That's us.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You could say we've got 2 commuters back.
You're telling me in the comments that Carolyn Leavitt is going to be live in 20 minutes to address this. Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Lori, for that. We're going to keep an eye on that in case we take a look at that live.
Behind that F-150.
That's confirmed.
Do we have anyone in this call who's at 28th, 29th Pleasant right now? Lokito, you're not there, correct?
Don't wave at them. Yeah, do not wave.
Correct, I am on 3rd and Lake. I will be there in probably like 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, they're all speaking at that chat. Who's keeping track of all that? Are they using AI to keep track of all that? That is just baffling.
This is Liv. I'm at Cedar and Lake going west. Do you want me to keep an eye out?
I'm concerned about the reports from the Spanish WhatsApp about 28th, 29th and Pleasant. Ern's relaying to Uptown, but Lokito, if you could head there.
Okay, they have a Spanish WhatsApp. I could infiltrate that one. I could do it. If they're not paid, they're more stupid than some of them must be doing that for free. You know, that brainwash people. That's the most useful idiots in the planet.
And you're only a minute or 2 out, that'd be great.
29th Pleasant.
Hey, this is Fubar. We're also about a minute out.
These 5 observers are on there. KM, I'll probably have you stay on that F-150. But anyone else that's on this call that is currently on that F-150, I think we could use our resources and energy better somewhere else.
I agree. If there's somewhere you want to send us, that's great. Otherwise, we could go up into Phillips.
If you want to go up into Phillips, that's great. I'm going to attempt a roll call here in a minute.
There's a long stretch of he's filming the car that is following them right there. That's crazy. Just insane. They're provided with multiple NGO links to assist them with rent, food, etc. Wouldn't be surprised, even without USAID. Can you imagine everything that they did when USAID still existed? Now what? Yeah, 100% being followed. Yeah, this is absolutely insane. This is absolutely insane. Here's a recording of protesters actively tailing the vehicle I was in labeling me as ICE and instructing commuters, ICE chasers, to follow me. I mean, can you imagine if you are just a dude inside an SUV and they tag you as in you're some kind of, I'm going to jump into this video.
We're not ICE. Why are you guys following us? And they leave like right when we get out of the car. We're not ICE. We're not ICE. We're following them because they were following us.
Well, you look suspicious as fuck.
We're not ICE, so we're letting them know.
Wait. So should people follow and harass any suspicious-looking person?
You look suspicious. We're gonna follow you. That is the rationale. These people are insane.
Get out of here.
Why are you guys following us?
Because you're fucking ICE.
We're not ICE.
Because you're effing ICE, says the Karen.
Oh, and they...
Not ICE. Not in a nice vehicle, right?
No.
Right, get in your truck and get the fuck out.
Why?
Because you need to go. Confirmed ICE.
We're not ICE.
We're American citizens.
These people are
Same with the
insane.
people that you're abducting. Get out.
We're not because we're being followed.
I mean, these are crazy people. These people are insane. It takes cojones to do this. So many of them. These are like two guys.
Following us, and they came up. We didn't even know they were following us until they came up and said, "We've been following you, reporter." Independent
Go
journalist.
report something.
Okay.
Go to the airport.
We don't want people following us.
Go to the airport.
And hurting us when we get home.
They're not going to hurt you. They're going to stay right behind you. They're going to stay right
all
behind
the way
you.
back to where we're staying, right?
Great.
Yeah, no, we don't want that. It's why we're Americans. Why are we being forced out of a neighborhood? We're reporters.
We have Americans being detained.
We're not detaining anybody.
By people who are claiming to be federal agents.
We're not.
You know, I get comments on X. You know, Americans have been detained and held in cells and tortured and even killed. Yeah, I got comments like that on X. I just ignore them. Because yeah, so many people. I don't know what kind of rotten, out of date Kool-Aid are they drinking, but it's not good. It's past the date, way past the date.
Claiming that.
So you can tell we're a little bit on edge.
That's fine, but it doesn't give you.
You can tell we're a little bit on edge. No, man. Wow. Yeah, that's how you understand that. Yeah, it takes a special dude like Cam Hagby to do this thing.
They like to run people out of town.
Yeah. So why are you here though? I mean,
we're reporters.
Are you going to join the protest against ICE?
We are reporters.
Well, you're reporters with who?
I'm an independent journalist. I sell my footage.
What's your handle?
What's my handle?
Yeah.
I sell my footage.
Really? Yeah, you're pretty established.
I sell my
Where are your
footage.
press credentials?
I have them in my pocket. I showed them
You have
repeatedly.
press credentials?
Yes, they're in my pocket. 1 second.
No, this is way too much. A new group chat for each zone is made each day. The chats are dated and deleted at the end of each day. This is likely to avoid detection, record keeping, and consequences. By midday, the group chats hit maximum capacity allowed by signal, and people who are not chasing federal agents are asked to leave to create room for those who are. The dispatch calls are also reach maximum capacity constantly. I believe it's 50 people maximum, which means at any given time in each small zone, there are 50 people chasing agents. And I don't know how this platform works, but maybe it helps you back up what is in those chats and just have an offline backup, and then you delete the chat. The quasi-police force uses a system called Salute, which calls out the size of federal units, activity, locations, uniforms, times, and locations. That is the acronym stands for. Then they instruct their ICE chasers to follow and confront agents at their known locations. I mean, it doesn't get any crazier than this. It can't get any crazier than this. They are everywhere, and local police are cooperating with the ICE chasers. Here, an observer calls out a possible agent, but says she's just out walking her dog, so can't continue on. Dispatch call for backup, quote unquote. Also below is a message indicating that local PD may get involved as ICE hinders public safety. Wow. These thugs apparently have a home base, though I haven't been able to identify it. There's an ICE chaser indicating that he is expected there. No, this is beyond insane. And more dispatch chatter. And the protesters use a mutual aid system. And please pay attention to this. I tried to join the mutual aid that from Bloomington. An administrator told me that it was a vetted chat for teachers and that I'd need to describe my relationship to a school and give my real name. I couldn't do that, so I never made it in. Why are there teachers aiding in this effort? I mean, this is completely insane. Insane. Again, make sure to follow Cam Higby for more updates. There's an admin list for several chats. This generally consists of code names. I will be reporting more of this. Make sure that you follow me on my Power Pundit channel. You're right now watching my show on my Body Language Guy channel, but clips like this one that we just watched, this A to Z, what is happening with those Signal group chats on Minneapolis, I'm going to put that on my Power Pundit channel for American politics, mainly for American politics, so make sure that you follow and subscribe to me there. But I would like to know what you think about this in the comments. There's more to come, but meanwhile, I'm Jesus Enrique Rosas, I'm the Power Pundit. Much love and bliss. And yes, continuing with this, we have this, notice this analysis from Eric Schwalm. Eric Schwalm replied to Cam's report. As a former Special Forces warrant officer with multiple rotations running counterinsurgency ops, both hunting insurgents and trying to separate them from sympathetic populations, I've seen organized resistance up close. From Amber to Helmand, the pattern is familiar. Spotters, cutouts, death drops, or modern equivalents. Discipline comes, role specialization, and a willingness to absorb casualties, while bleeding the stronger force slowly. What's unfolding in Minneapolis right now is not protest. It's low-level insurgency infrastructure built by people who have clearly studied the playbook. These people know what they are doing. Signal groups at 1,000 member cap per zone, dedicated roles, mobile chasers, plate checkers, logging vehicle data into shared databases, 24/7 dispatch nodes, vectoring assets, salute-style reporting. We know that means size, activity, location, unit, time, and equipment, unsuspected federal vehicles, daily chat rotations, and time deletions to frustrate forensic recovery, vetting processes for new joiners, mutual aid for sympathetic locals, teachers providing cover, possible PD tips-offs on license plate lookups, home-based coordination points, rapid escalation from observation to physical obstruction or worse. This is, again, an all-out war. All-out urban warfare. This is not spontaneous outrage. This is C2, command and control with redundancy, OPSEC hygiene, and task organization that would make a special forces team surgeon nod in recognition. Replace ICE agents with occupying coalition forces, and the structure maps almost one-to-one to early-stage urban cells we hunted in the mid-2000s. The most sobering part, that this is domestic, funded, trained somewhere, and directed by people who live in the same country they're trying to paralyze law enforcement in. When your own citizens build and operate this level of parallel intelligence and rapid response network against federal officers, complete with doxing, vehicle pursuits, and harassment that is already turned lethal, you are no longer dealing with civil disobedience. You are facing a distributed resistance that has learned the lessons of successful insurgencies. Stay below the kinetic threshold most of the time, force overreaction when possible, maintain popular support through narrative, and never present a single center of gravity. And that is exactly what we are seeing out there. That's what we saw in that tragic shooting. That's what they wanted. I spent years training partner forces to dismantle exactly this kind of apparatus. Now pieces of it are standing up in American cities, enabled by elements of local government and civil society. That should keep every thinking American awake at night. The question is, what is going to be done about this? You cannot just sweep this under the rug. What is going to be done about this? Tom Homan is on the way, but still waiting for that live stream from Carolyn Leavitt, not because I want escalation, because history shows these things don't de-escalate on their own once the infrastructure exists and the cadre believe they're winning the information war. We either recognize what we are actually looking at, or we pretend it's still just activism until the structures harden and spread. You're cold, America, but from where I sit, this is not January 2026 politics anymore. It's phase one of something we have spent decades trying to keep off our own soil. And now it's domestic. Literally domestic. I mean, there can be, I told you yesterday, and that analysis, that I didn't think that this guy, Alex Petty, was a domestic terrorist. And I still think that he is not a domestic terrorist. But in light of everything that we are seeing here, in light of everything that is coming to light, we need to confirm that he was in this Signal group chats and he was cooperating. He was cooperating with these people. And I don't know, for the look of it, if you are cooperating with this kind of operations, then you get the label on you. This is no way. This is not being confirmed, of course, but from how does it look that you're going to have an operation of ICE trying to apprehend this criminal illegal, and these protesters just show up out of nowhere on the spot when they were going to, right near this same learning centers that have like more than 180 healthcare providers registered. I mean, again, I told you about my red flags, my yellow flags, and that is a huge red flag. That is a huge red flag. And yes, the issue is that you have people that could be very nice in real life, but at the same time they can, because of their stupidity, precisely because of their stupidity, their Trump derangement syndrome, their suicidal empathy, they're being used as pawns in this game. Used very effectively. And you saw the kind of crazy people that conform this. It's like they think they're doing this heroic actions, defending, I don't know, going against ICE officers. I don't know. Here's the entire training manual, also from Cam Higby. Make sure to follow Cam Higby, please. Here's the entire training manual for domestic terrorist patrols chasing ICE agents in Minneapolis. Keep in mind, this is the watered-down OPSEC version. Must read. And he shared a screenshot of scrolling this. Again, this is something has to be addressed immediately. I see, I don't know why I see some commentators saying that this is going to be swept under the rug. This is no big deal. This is only one city that is happening. The problem is that you can see that this is one city that is happening, but you see the level of organization this has. It's not like the people behind this. It's not like the people financing this. Imagine that you are the people financing this. This is like a test. It's like using Minneapolis as a test. Let's test this in one city in which we have full coverage and we have full protection. We have even aid from the police department. Let's test this in Minneapolis and other cities of Minnesota, and then we can go, over all the United States. That's how it works. We test it in one city, and then we go all over the country. That's how this works. And that's what is going to happen unless this is stopped right now on the spot. And the great thing is that this independent journalism is doing great stuff, great stuff about this to stop this from happening. Let me see a couple of things here. Let me see your chats. A couple super chats in here. Jesus Enrique Rosa says, what many Americans are too timid to observe and actually say. So many people are afraid. Thank you, SSJB. Thank you for your super chat. I see so many people out there that have lost friends and family just by saying that they voted for Donald Trump. Just by saying that they voted for Donald Trump. And just by addressing what happened, for example, what happened with Renee Good, or what happened with Alex Petty, that this could have been prevented if they didn't get in the way of ICE officers. You see the knee-jerk reaction of, oh, this is like the Gestapo, these are like Nazis. There's not a rational. You saw my discussion online, my attempt with a conservative to try to discuss this online, who was completely fruitless. CW Starnes, thank you for all your hard work. Sharing the truth is so important and not easy to do. God bless you. My pleasure, CW Starnes. I'm trying to compile everything that I see. Today's live stream is gonna be just about this topic. There's a lot of going on. Let me see if the live stream, maybe we can wait for a couple more minutes, just in case the Caroline Leavitt's live stream starts. And maybe I can start another live stream dedicated to that one. But that's what's happening right now. That is what's happening with the organization. And do not believe for a second that this is going to be restricted to just one city. Oh, it's just Minneapolis. It's just Minnesota. Just let's just swap Minnesota for Alberta with Canada and call it a day. It's not that simple. Because again, what we are seeing is a test that, if not like a cancer, if not stopped right now, is gonna infect the rest of the United States. So the ball is on the Donald Trump administration's court. What is gonna happen? We don't know. But for now, I would like to know what you think about this in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Bad Language Guy. Until we meet on another video, maybe tomorrow, maybe a little bit later, we don't know. Maybe tomorrow, for sure, on episode 110. Remember the most important words: much love and bliss. Take care. Be safe. I love every single one of you. Bye-bye.